name is Carl Murphy. I live at 1101 West Rose. Mayor, I have public documents that show that Councilwoman Center appointed a City of Morristown political committee in 2008 for purpose of supporting the yes vote in a referendum. She then used the City of Morristown's bank account and took public money to pay for her City of Morristown's committee expenditures, supporting the sales tax increase. She even appointed a city employee as the treasurer for her committee and had the employee doing political work on city time for Mrs. Center's committee.
Mayor, point of order.
She didn't work.
He's not, that's not me he's talking
Go
about.
ahead, please hold it. Go ahead.
I don't think that.
It's a public comment, but if we had to say anything about it, I would request that you not use a council member's name if you don't mind me say council member, but let's keep it as civil.
Well, I just want to go on record. That's not me. I didn't appoint anybody.
Oh, okay. And the information he's given is false.
I believe it is.
All right, so if you would, please go ahead and continue with your remark. If you'd like to address that, you may.
I'm sorry, I don't understand what you said.
You may go ahead and continue with your remarks, if you'd like.
Before my time starts, there's a place right under where I'm supposed to talk that council and mayors can talk.
Yes.
Okay. She didn't work and raise any money for our committee. She took several $1,000s, taxpayers' dollars, to pay for her committee's paper and letters and postage and signs to advertise her political goal. I have one of the letters that she and her group on the 2008 council sent to the voters. In the opinion of State Attorney General, counties and cities can't use public funds to support one side of a referendum. They can't tell people to vote yes or to vote no. Ms. Council member abused one public trust and used city employees for her public work. She took public money, taxpayers' money, to push and advocate for what she and her committee wanted in a referendum election. I, Carl Murphy, I can't call that name, I'm making a formal demand today, right now, that this councilwoman pay back to the city and its taxpayers all the public money that she and the appointed authority took from the general fund to finance her City of Morristown's committee political agenda and goal. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you for your comments. Are there any more comments? Hearing none, we will close the comments, our communications and petition portion of our meeting. I am going to hold my comments to last. I'd like to start ending on a positive note. If you, any other council members would like to speak yourself up.
Mayor, I'd like to ask for the documents that Mr. Murphy is referring to. And I believe this involves a Mrs. Linda Noe in a lawsuit that she filed against the city several years ago. If I'm correct, I think he's talking about the sales tax referendum. And if I can see the documents in recollection, it was not my committee. It was something, and I think that has, I don't know where that, I think that lawsuit is still out there with Ms. Noe, suing the city. So it's a misrepresentation. It was never my committee. I don't even know what he's talking about. But I think that is very unfair for a citizen to come up like that and use this as a time to slander, slam, misrepresent without the individual that they're talking to with the documents in front of them. You know, we can do anything with something and throw it out there, and that's just what has happened there. And it's happened in a lot of ways. But I think that most people realize we were talking about the sales tax referendum in order for the city to be able to raise money for the school system, which would mean $1 million more for the school system. And if that is still the lawsuit that's out there, Ms. Noe is still in the audience, I believe, that probably shouldn't even be talked about at this particular point in time. And evidently, has it been resolved, Mr.? So it's something that should never have been allowed to be spoken about. If we have an ongoing, he should have been stopped. Because generally, we do not let, especially we've had individuals that had lawsuits against the city that were not allowed to speak. before this council. So I consider that very much out of order and very disrespectful, not only to myself, but to this entire body. And for that not to have been brought to the attention is, I think, out of order.
Senator, if I had been aware that there was a pending lawsuit, I would have called it out of order, but I wasn't aware there was a pending
Well,
lawsuit, so.
I would, with all respect, think that you would have wanted to know, or anyone would want to know, what was the foundation for the accusation.
Normally, we do not converse with people whenever they're allowed to get their comments, as you know, and then we can get back with them, so I wouldn't have stopped.
It's up to the chair to be
But
sure.
I understand your concern.
I want to go on record. It's not my committee. There's an open lawsuit, has not been resolved. It's an issue that should not have been brought, and it was falsely represented.
All right, your comments are noted, and hopefully on the record. All right, are there any other comments